Yo, what's up, everybody? Back again with another little video, time lapse, telling a story about the influence of the people who I decide to draw. And today I'm drawing none other than King Kendrick, Lamar, aka K Dot. And I've been listening to Kendrick Lamar a long time, since like 2011. But he's been making music longer than that. I think he's been dropping classics since like 2009. Honestly, the earliest mixtape that I've heard from him was the Kendrick Lamar EP, and that was him at such a young age, still speaking about things that inspire me and move me to this day. It's timeless content. It's timeless music. It's timeless poetry. You know, I feel like a lot of artists I listened to growing up were like Outkast and Eminem and DMX, Pac and Big. You know, we had a lot of great storytellers growing up in hip hop. We had a lot of great storytellers, and it's important to continue that legacy. You know, J. Cole and Kendrick and Drake and Joey, you know, these are our generation's greats, goats, you feel me? Jay-Z was the in-between, you feel me? I didn't listen to too much Jay-Z, but I see why our generation of goats aspired to be like Jay-Z, because he was the greatest storyteller of their time, and he still is. He's still alive. He's still kicking. Recently, I saw Jay-Z and Beyonce had like a private performance where Kendrick Lamar performed just for them, and I thought that was inspiring, because I've been hearing Kendrick Lamar saying, I used to want to rap like Jay-Z until I finally realized that Jay wasn't me. And that was so long ago, man. It's inspiring to see that he finally got to sit down with, and he been did a song with Jay-Z with Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe remix, but it was inspiring to see recently that he was able to be that close to his status. Don't get me wrong, Kendrick Lamar is nowhere near a billionaire, but as far as influence, cultural influence, I say Kendrick Lamar is headed in that direction. He's not there specifically right now as we speak, but I feel like he has great things ahead of him, and I think he can see that in this image that I chose to to draw. I feel like he's seeing into the future and seeing what he can do for his community and for his culture. And you know, in this last album that he dropped, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, it was crazy to hear him say that he had to run away from the culture to follow his heart, because he's been raised in hip-hop culture and rap culture and street culture, gang culture, and you know, he has to stay true to that, and he felt like he had to stay true to that for so long, to where he developed bad habits. You know, and those bad habits were seeping into his relationship, seeping into his, you know, to the way he thinks. And I can understand, I really, really can understand how, you know, the trauma that you don't even realize is trauma is affecting your present. Your past trauma can affect your present in ways that you might not even understand or realize on a conscious level, until you start hurting people that you love, you know, unknowingly. And so a lot of this music in this past album that he dropped really hit home, like all his albums do. I think that's the reason I connect with his music so much. And I apologize for this image being cropped. I didn't set up this camera properly. But yeah, a lot of his music I relate to on a higher level. It just has me thinking about life, about my decision making, about my fate, about my relationship with God. You know, I just want to be a better man after I listen to Kendrick Lamar. I just want to, make the right decisions for my son when I listen to Kendrick Lamar. And all his albums, it seems like he just doesn't miss. And I don't think there's one Kendrick Lamar album that I can't listen to from beginning to end. I know it's a lot of people who don't like his voice, it's a little squeaky or whatever the hell. But I think, his voice does a lot for him, being that he's 5'5". He's not a very tall person. Like, he's doing what he can with his height. No shade thrown to him, but shout out to King Kendrick for being larger than life through his music. Even though you can only stand so tall as a man, you can change the world with your voice. At the end of the day, no matter how tall you are, no matter how black or brown you are, no matter where you come from, your situation growing up, it doesn't even matter. You can choose to go down the path of righteousness. I remember he used to say two focused, one word, righteous. And fast forward into 2022, he was saying one man standing on two words, heal everybody. And I appreciate that, man. I appreciate the fact that he's trying to heal his loved ones and his community through his music. And, just looking inward on his experiences and understanding that, this is something that we all can relate to. You feel me? Kendrick Lamar was like one of the main reasons I gave my life up to God. You feel me? One of the main reasons I chose to look up and be like, hey, I'm dying of thirst out here. I need water, holy water. You feel me? I got baptized, and every time I'm down and out, every time I feel like there's no hope, every time I feel like I'm feeling sad or getting depressed, I look up to God, and I know I'm not alone. I know that he can make a way for me. You feel me? If he made a way for Kendrick, he made a way for my mom and my dad and my family, he can make a way for me. And I just don't even know what else to say, honestly. It's crazy that I have two people who I would love to meet, and it's Kid Cudi and Kendrick Lamar. And they've been on a song before. They've been on a song together before on Kid Cudi's album. And they're two different sides of the same coin. Kid Cudi helped me embrace my darkness and embrace my weirdness, embrace my lonerisms and my shyness, my creativity. And Kendrick Lamar helped me embrace the light. He helped me embrace God, embrace my confidence in my spoken word, and help me, realize that I don't have to resort to drugs and alcohol to cope with the stresses of life. And, don't get me wrong, he still rap about some turned up shit, some ratchet shit every now and then, and I love it. I'm all here for it. You feel me? Kendrick Lamar just did not make 100% conscious music. But I love him for that. You feel me? Same as Kid Cudi. Kid Cudi don't just make sad music and loner music and dark music. Kid Cudi shit is like, and Kendrick Lamar can get dark at times. You feel me? But out of all his albums that I've listened to, Kendrick Lamar EP, OD, Section 80, Good Kid, Man City, Pimp a Butterfly, Damn, the Untitled Trash, Black Panther mixtape, and up until this, Mr. Moore and the Big Steppers, I'm blessed to have this man's music in my ears. Steer me in the right direction. I appreciate you, man. Anyways, that's it for this video, man. Thanks for listening. Peace.